you so much. You know, with all the news going on here, we have to continue to remember that real estate plays a really important part in the San Diego economy. The biggest investment you'll probably ever make. And what's your home worth when you go to try to sell it? Well, we want to make sure you're not doing anything to harm that number. Louie Ortiz, one of our real estate experts, joins us here this morning with talking about kind of the reverse of what we usually talk about. We usually talk about the improvements to make, things to do, but there are things that people do thinking, oh, this will be great, that just kills the value of their home.
Absolutely. You know, I see it quite a bit in our marketplace where a seller or a buyer will buy a property, and then there's things that they actually do to kill the value of their home. Okay, so
we've got a little list put together for people, and this is interesting. Some of them are really easy to understand. Others, you scratch your head and you go, oh, now I get it. Now, going overboard for the area. Lots of folks love to have the nicest home in the neighborhood.
Right. So one of the things that happens a lot is, you know, somebody buys a property and they're really excited, and their home is in an area that is, you know, light construction, a lot of similar type homes. And what they do is they go and they decide that they're going to, you know, add a big remodel or get some really imported, you know, finishes and such. And what happens is they end up going overboard for the property, and the house suffers from what's called regression, meaning that sometimes just because you have the nicest home in the neighborhood doesn't mean that it's going to appreciate as much as you have into it.
And there's also the thing when you go to sell and you have to get it appraised, the appraisals run off of the other homes in the area of similar size and fashion, and just because you've made all these upgrades doesn't necessarily mean it's going to appraise higher.
Exactly, and a lot of people, you know, their house is their largest investment and they put all this money into it, and a lot of times they don't see that money back because of that reason.
Okay, let's talk about too much you in your home.
Yes.
The personalization. This would be an easy mistake to make.
Yeah, you know, I see it a lot. You know, sometimes people have a hobby or something that they're really interested in, and so they theme their house or they decorate it with their own personal touches. And one of the things that we all know is that real estate should be, you know, if you're thinking of resale, it should be very neutral and appeal to a large number of buyers.
So maybe if you do some personalization things, maybe kind of take some of those out before you list the house and tone that part down, because everybody wants to make their home their home.
Sure, of course, and if it's your home and you're going to live there for a while, you know, go crazy, you know, make it your home. But if you're thinking about resale and you're looking to improve the value of your property, you really need to keep it neutral and try and keep some of those personal touches or keep a little bit of what we call you out of it.
I got to blast through these next three so we get to them, but tackling big projects yourself.
Sure.
Now, I'm never going to be one to be guilty of that, but a lot of people are.
Yeah, you know, buyers come in, they need to see finishes that are professionally done. Sometimes when you do it yourself, they're not done quite to the standard that a professional would be.
Too trendy. This one I was warned about when I built my house. I was warned, don't go for that crazy color granite that you think is really cool, or just, you know, play it pretty up the middle on some of these things.
Yeah, keep it neutral. I would say that's the theme, keeping it neutral to appeal to more buyers to improve the value.
And I thought that adding a room was a good idea, but you say when converting a garage, not necessarily.
Yeah, not necessarily. A lot of people think that a garage conversion is going to add square footage to their home and really up the value, and many times it actually hurts the value because many buyers, especially here in Southern California, really need that car. So really watch out for that type of a conversion.
So garage conversions. And also along the personalized touches, you mentioned color.
Yes.
You know, people love to put that latest trendy color in a room. It might be bright red, it might be, you know, bright yellow or whatever, but man, that's not everybody's thing.
Yeah, purple carpet's great if you love it, but like I say, those types of finishes may not appeal to all buyers and can actually hurt your value.
Okay, just some things to keep in mind. Quick 5 seconds on how the market's doing right now in San Diego?
You know, we've seen still inventory levels are very low compared to last year. Sales are, you know, they're up a little bit. So we've seen a little bit of movement. Short sales and foreclosures are definitely down year over year. So that's a big plus.
We think that's good news.
Yes, absolutely.
Right. Louie Ortiz, anytime you need to get a real estate question answered, you get in touch with Louie Ortiz. Great to see you, Louie.
Thanks, Mark. Great to see you.